Now on 4 News Now, the Seahawks playoff dreams are still alive. We'll have highlights from Seattle's 20-17 win over the Philadelphia Eagles.
Well, if it's not raining at your house now, it will be soon. I'm tracking the next round of rain and snow in the first alert forecast.
And the suspect and both of the victims in a double murder in Northeast Spokane knew each other. Their connection to a missing persons investigation coming up. You're watching a special edition of 4 News Now. And you just watch it. The Seahawks pulled off a huge upset in dramatic fashion on Monday Night Football, knocking off the Philadelphia Eagles. I'm Derek Dice, joined by sports anchor Alex Crescenti.
Yeah, this was a game that came into it with not a whole lot of expectations for the Seahawks. They're fighting for their playoff lives, and after basically doing nothing all game, the hero was a familiar face. We had to fast forward all the way to the under 2 minutes to play to find our play of the game. And like I said, it's a familiar face coming up in a big moment. Seattle starting their the drive at their own 9-yard line, down 4. Drew Lock finds DK Metcalf in the middle of the field. Still have a long way to go to find
a good chance of rain through the morning, and then it will taper off to scattered showers through the rest of the afternoon and evening. I will be back with your 7-day forecast and taking a good look at the possibility of a light snow on Christmas. Derek.
All right, Chris, thanks so much. We're learning new information about the double murder in the Minnehaha neighborhood. Surveillance video from a nearby home helped Spokane police arrest 25-year-old Brandon Kenny. According to court documents, Colton Russell was shot and Kiara Morgan Whelan was stabbed repeatedly. And this was all caught on camera. Police also discovered blue pills, likely fentanyl, at the crime scene. Allison Martinez explains how the suspect and the victims may be connected to a missing persons case.
According to the Spokane Police Department, this was not a random attack. Brandon Kenny and the 2 victims knew each other. New court records indicate that another crime could have connected the 3. Answers were finally given to Kiara's family when Brandon Kenny was arrested Saturday.
It was a sense of relief. We've been sitting and waiting for, a week to see if anything was going to occur. And, stuff goes through your mind that you don't think that they're ever going to catch anybody,
So what exactly led up to the double murder? According to court documents, both Morgan Whelan and Russell were suspects in the disappearance of Janelle Martinson. Documents say Martinson is Russell's ex-girlfriend and has been missing since November. Kenny told investigators that he went to Russell's home and found him on the couch crying. That's when Russell told Kenny he had accidentally killed Martinson. Russell then pulled a gun on Kenny, demanding he help him move her body. Fast forward to December 8th, where Russell voiced concerns that Kenny was going to tell police about Martinson's death. According to court documents, that's when Kenny decided to kill Russell. According to the medical examiner, Russell was shot a total of 6 times. Court documents also reveal Kenny decided to kill Kiara because, quote, she was the only other person who knew anything about the situation, and she had made it clear that she would back Russell. Last Friday, a missing person's body was recovered by the Spokane Police Department. According to the Spokane Police Department, at this time, there is no confirmation that these incidents are connected. Reporting in studio, Allison Martinez, 4 News Now.
Well, a Latah County judge has denied Brian Koberger's request to have his case thrown out. Koberger is the man accused of murdering 4 University of Idaho students. The defense wanted the grand jury indictment dismissed, saying the jurors were not given proper instruction about the level of probable cause needed to indict him. The judge also denied a request to dismiss the charges over prosecutorial misconduct and inadmissible evidence. The judge wrote that the defense's arguments were historically interesting and creative, but did not overturn Idaho's interpretation of case law. If convicted, Koberger could face the death penalty. A trial date has still not been set. And tonight, a man accused of gunning down his neighbors, a family of 4, has pleaded guilty, bringing the victims one step closer to closure. In June, Major John Kaylor was accused of shooting and killing his 4 neighbors, Kenneth and Kenna Gardapi, and teenagers Devin and Aiken Smith. Jordan Smith was in the courtroom today and tells us what's next for Kaylor.
Well, it was an emotional day in court this afternoon as Major John Kaylor pleaded guilty to 4 counts of second-degree murder in front of an emotional courtroom this afternoon.
In Wallace today, Major John Kaylor made the walk from the Shoshone County Jail en route to accept a plea agreement for the murders of a Kellogg family.
You solemnly swear that the testimony you're about to give is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. So help you God?
Yes.
Kaylor, originally arraigned on 4 counts of first-degree murder and burglary, agreed to downgraded charges of 4 counts of second-degree murder.
Do you understand those 4 charges and the maximum potential penalty?
Yes, I do.
Kaylor, expressionless throughout the hearing, his head down, looking at the judge only when she asked him direct questions. His answers limited to 1 word. One by one, Judge Duggan listed the names of the 4 family members that were murdered back in June. Kaylor pleading guilty to each one.
Did you willfully, deliberately, and with malice aforethought unlawfully kill the person of Kenneth R. Gardapi, a human being, to wit by shooting him, which resulted in his death? Did you engage in this charged conduct?
Yes.
In the courtroom, tears streaming down the faces of family members watching as each guilty plea was entered. Shortly after, Kaylor was escorted out of the room and back to the jail across the street.
And Kaylor's sentencing is scheduled for March 25th of next year at 1 p.m. Each count of second-degree murder carries a sentencing of 10 years to life in prison. In Shoshone County, Jordan Smith, 4 News Now.
And the trial against a former police officer accused of killing a woman years ago continues in Spokane. Ahead, we hear about a specific piece of evidence and the DNA that could tie him to the crime scene.
Download the KXLY Plus app on your connected TV. 4 News Now is brought to you by Disney's Frozen, the musical, BroadwaySpokane.com. 4 News Now is brought to you by Coeur d'Alene Casino Resort Hotel.
This Christmas, treat yourself or a loved one to a new vehicle from Finley. With delayed payments for up to 90 days and bigger than normal trade-in values for your old ride, giving you plenty of reasons to upgrade to a new RAV4, Tacoma, or Tundra truck. And if you're looking for a certified pre-owned vehicle, we've got lots of great choices for everyone.
I'm looking for something sporty and fast.
Don't you have somewhere to be?
Ho, ho, ho!
You know, there's millions of people without the health insurance they need.
I get it. You feel like it's too pricey, a headache to deal with, and not worth it.
You deserve something better and better. We're on a mission to get everyone high-quality health insurance.
We have plans with as low as $0 out-of-pocket premiums, a network of local doctors, and a rewards program for making healthy choices.
Nice.
That's why we're America's #1 marketplace health insurance. So call us or go online now. And Better Health. On a mission for better.
$3 pitcher night, a couple cocktails, an edible, and a nature documentary. What do all these people have in common? A friend like you, who offered a ride, or made sure they got in a ride share, or provided a couch to crash on. Thanks for keeping the roads a little safer tonight, Washington. Together, we get there.
Take that up a little bit higher. You should feel that, like right back here.
Oh yeah, I felt that.
Good. That is so much better than last week.
Thanks. I've been doing them every night while I'm watching TV.
Oh, what are you watching?
It's a mystery.
High quality care that meets you where you are.
My advice to all the fathers out there, they grow up way too fast for you to waste even a single precious moment.
Whatever the holidays mean to you, get the most out of them in a new Honda. Whether it's taking in the lights with all your friends in a spacious Accord, or taking in a snow day in a rugged CR-V. Your holiday adventure awaits with a new Honda during Happy Honda Days. Buy online, reserve from select dealers, or visit your local Honda dealer today.
Welcome back. It's the last week of trial for Richard Airi, the former Pasco police officer accused of murdering a Spokane woman in 1986. Airi is being tried for first-degree murder. He faces up to a maximum sentence of life in prison if he's convicted. Airi is accused of killing this woman, Ruby Doss. Her body was found in an empty lot in East Spokane in an area known for prostitution. Marissa Rio was in court today and shares the arguments the defense and the prosecution made.
We've heard a lot about a used condom found at the crime scene in this case. We want to remind you, this used condom was found away from the body in an area nearby. Today, a witness testified about the DNA evidence found on the condom and other items collected at the crime scene. Richard Aguirre sat quietly in court as the state called on its first witness. Lorraine Heath, a DNA expert, analyzed many pieces of evidence in the case, including the packaging of the condom.
The DNA profile obtained from the swabs of the inside of the condom package are a mixture consistent with originating from at least 2 individuals. The male component matches Richard Aguirre.
While Heath did find traces of Doss's DNA in her analysis of the package, another company who analyzed the DNA did not.
True Allele concluded only 1 in 1.8 trillion people would be excluded as strongly as Ruby Doss, correct?
No, you misstated the number. It's 1.08, not 1.8.
The defense also had issues with other pieces of evidence found at the crime scene.
Was Richard Aguirre excluded as a contributor to any of the DNA or the sperm on the underwear she was wearing?
Yes, Mr. Aguirre was excluded from the DNA extract from the underwear.
But Heath wasn't sure those were underwear that Doss had been wearing. She noted that there were other pieces of clothing collected at the crime scene that she had not been wearing at the time of her death. The defense also argued that the prosecution didn't present enough evidence to prove that Aguirre is guilty and asked that the judge dismiss the case. That request was denied. Closing statements are expected to begin tomorrow. We will continue to update you with any new information as soon as it becomes available. Reporting in studio tonight, Marissa Rio, 4 News Now.
High temperatures running above average today. Hit 38 degrees in Spokane. It will be even warmer tomorrow. 33 is our average high. Note our sunset now in the 4 o'clock hour. Out of the 3 o'clock hour, we're making progress. Sunrise, however, continues to get later until after the winter solstice. That is in my 7-day forecast. I'll tell you all about it after the break.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
Stay safe while traveling this winter. Before you head out, trust the First Alert weather team to pinpoint the safest times to go and exactly what to expect. 4 News Now First Alert weather on air, on the app, and streaming on KXLY Plus.
My darling granddaughter, this camera was given to me when I was your age. May it capture your big, beautiful life the way it did mine.
It's so surprising what the little things can do. Wouldn't it be wonderful if everybody
Oh, Merry Christmas, Grandma.
a little love?
Dupixent helps you do more with less asthma and can help you breathe better in as little as 2 weeks. Dupixent is an add-on treatment for specific types of moderate to severe asthma that's not for sudden breathing problems. Dupixent can cause allergic reactions that can be severe. Get help right away if you have rash, chest pain, worsening shortness of breath, tingling or numbness in your limbs. Tell your doctor about new or worsening joint aches and pain or a parasitic infection. Don't change or stop asthma medicines, including steroids, without talking to your doctor. Ask your specialist about Dupixent.
One of my favorite programs is the People Helping People program.
Any BECU member can nominate a nonprofit that they care about.
We are so appreciative of BECU and their support for our program. One of our parents, who also happens to work here, was able to nominate us. Our service of the community really aligns well with BECU.
Last year, we gave away 3 grants in Spokane. This year, we're slated to give away $525,000.
Thanks to BECU, we are able to meet the needs of more families.
4 News Now is brought to you by Walker's Furniture.
4 News Now is brought to you by Visit Downtown Coeur d'Alene this holiday season.
It's been exactly 15 years since parts of the inland Northwest were in 2 feet of snow. It's now known as the snowpocalypse. All that snow caused trees to go down, roofs to collapse, knocking out power for many. It was one of the worst snowstorms in eastern Washington history. Was it 23 inches in Spokane in a 24-hour period, and then 25 in Coeur d'Alene, I think?
Yes.
Unbelievable.
I did not enjoy that.
No, and we had, I believe, right? It was 2 record-setting winters in a row for total snowfall, 08 and 09.
You are absolutely right. And you had a baby in the middle of all that.
Could barely get him home from the hospital because all the roads up the South Hill were blocked off.
Oh, yeah. And I had 2 babies in arms plus a toddler. It's not a fun time to have an epic snow event.
Right.
Nothing like that. We have some rain in Colfax. Excuse me. Derek and I were talking about pronunciations in the break, and I almost mispronounced Colfax. Right now, you can see the rain-slick streets there. Also in Moscow, we've had some rain coming down. No ponding on the roads or big puddles. Here are 4 things to know. Rain overnight. Rain likely on Tuesday, especially in the morning. We're dry then Wednesday, Thursday. Bring back the rain Friday. On the 25th, right now, we have a very slight chance of a very small amount of snow. Chance of rain tomorrow, very good chance. We're going to be up at 70%, 7, 9 o'clock. Then it starts waning. We'll keep scattered showers through the afternoon, and then just a few hit or miss sprinkles tomorrow evening, but we won't be drying out completely until we get into Wednesday morning. Here's a look at some of the rainfall totals we can expect with this system. In the 1/4 inch range will be common around Spokane, Coeur d'Alene, Colville, Sandpoint. Some of the heavier precipitation, Grand Coulee, over a 1/4 inch. Overnight lows tonight will be down in the 30s in most locations, 40 in Lewiston. You'll notice below freezing overnight lows in those northern valleys where you could see some minor snow accumulations, but we'll be melting that snow as we get into the near 40-degree range in Sandpoint, Bonner's Ferry, and Colville. Also in Grand Coulee will be 40 in Spokane, 50 degrees tomorrow in Lewiston. Here's a look at your planning forecast. Dry for Wednesday, dry for Thursday. Winter officially starts Thursday evening. Rain on Friday, and then possibly a little rain-snow mix going into Saturday. Possibly a tiny bit of snow, less than an inch, on Christmas Day.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
Travel, there is nothing like it. Dancing is my passion. But with my moderate to severe eczema, it hasn't always been easy. I was constantly itching, whatever I was doing. Now, I'm staying ahead of my eczema.
There's a power inside all of us to live our passion. And Dupixent works on the inside to help heal your skin from within. It helps block a key source of inflammation inside the body that can cause eczema, so adults can have long-lasting, clearer skin and fast itch relief. Serious allergic reactions can occur that can be severe. Tell your doctor about new or worsening eye problems such as eye pain or vision changes, including blurred vision, joint aches and pain, or a parasitic infection. Don't change or stop asthma medicines without talking to your doctor.
Healing from within is a powerful thing.
Ask your eczema specialist how Dupixent can help heal your skin from within.
The holidays inspire us all to connect. With family, with friends, no matter what the road throws at you. So find the connection you're looking for this winter in a new SUV with standard all-wheel drive during the Mazda Season of Inspiration sales event.
Right now at Foothills Mazda, get 0% financing for 5 years and 0 down payment with approved credit on the all-wheel drive Mazda CX-5. Shop now at SpokaneMazda.com.
'Tis the season for big mattress savings during the year-end inventory reduction sale at Walker's.
Find your comfort on a new Beautyrest Black Hybrid or save big on Hot Buy mattresses. Plus, save 25% on Beautyrest Harmony year-end model close-ups. And say yes to no money down. No minimum purchase financing for up to 5 years.
Plus, get $300 of additional free furniture with qualifying mattress purchases, making it a season to remember during the year-end sale at Walker's.
Bounce from one doctor to the next. Does it have to be like this?
At Kaiser Permanente, we have a different kind of health care.
So, how did you like that?
Where all of us work together for all that is you.
Four News Now is brought to you by the Salvation Army Spokane.
We start right here on 4 News Now. The Seahawks kept their playoff hopes alive tonight with a dramatic win against the Philadelphia Eagles. And Alex Crescenti, it wasn't that exciting game for about 58 minutes, but those final 2 minutes, wow.
Yeah, with Geno Smith sidelined with a groin injury for the second straight week, all eyes will be on Drew Lock, who is seeing really his first meaningful minutes the last couple of games for the first time in 2 years. Now, Seattle played pretty conservatively early on in this game. A lot of short passes by Lock. In the second quarter, he's going to feel the pressure here, throws the ball away. Refs are going to get together, call that intentional grounding. That's huge, though. We're going to fast forward to under 2 to play. Seattle has to go 91 yards for the win. You can't play it safe here. Lock to DK Metcalf over the middle.
So many guys made things happen in a special way. Kenny played a great football game for us tonight. He was all over the place. Just a fantastic game, running and catching. By the time the game was over, it took all night to get it done. Drew played a fantastic football game for us and did a beautiful job. DK came through in the last drive and then other times in the game, and just tough plays, really difficult plays. He made him that other guys might not make.
Now, Seattle sits in 8th place of the NFC, but the remaining schedule includes Tennessee, Pittsburgh, and Arizona. All great opportunities to pick up wins, especially considering the Titans and the Cardinals are now eliminated from playoff contention. Now, we're going to switch over to college basketball here. While the Washington State Cougars aren't ranked inside the top 25, they are coming off a big win over Houston again, on the weekend. That included a big performance from guard Jenna Villa. She scored 18 points off the bench, 4 for 5 from three-point range. And that performance, good enough to earn Pac-12 Freshman of the Week honors. But this doesn't come as a surprise to the coaching staff.
This is how we saw Jenna play all summer with us. She just stepped into big moments and made shots. Again, she's got to be consistent at that. I want her shooting every shot she gets. Again, you see how fast she can put those up.
Now, we're still a few months away from the Spokane Velocity kicking off their inaugural season, but today, some good news here. The team debuted their kits that they're going to wear when they take the pitch on March 16th. The home uniform with that primary white and the impact blue, and then the away, the exact opposite with that black. That's going to look amazing, especially on TV there. You can own these jerseys yourself as pre-orders begin on January 1st. Derek, send it over to you.
Yeah, like them both. I really like the black, though. Yeah. All right, it has been nearly 4 months since 2 separate wildfires ripped through Spokane County, displacing hundreds of families and forever changing the communities of Medical Lake and Elk. The Spokane Fire Department, in partnership with the Department of Natural Resources, has been conducting fuels reduction around the county and says it's made a difference even with these 2 major fires. Bronte Saratsky shares how these efforts have paid off.
Now, even though there's snow on the ground here, the work to lower Spokane County's fire risk is going on year-round. And after our devastating wildfires this summer, this work is more important than ever. With every cut, chop, and toss into this wood chipper, your home is more and more protected against wildfires.
In a fuel-reduced area, you're going to have less fuel and less stuff to burn.
Fuels reduction has been utilized by the Spokane Fire Department's partnership with the Department of Natural Resources since February, thanks to a grant from the U.S. Forest Service.
This year was a proven testament to how catastrophic and horrible it could be.
and these services have been spread throughout Spokane County.
We did some research this last summer after the fires, Gray Road and Oregon Fire, and have discovered that these projects do indeed slow the fire spread down and reduce the fire intensity, allowing our firefighters to make a stand and stop the fire in its tracks.
One thing firefighters found was that homes that had been treated survived these wildfires.
Because the ember showers, you know, littered a home with embers, but they had good defensible space around them and nothing ignitable.
It's why the Department of Natural Resources wants to make sure all of Spokane County is prepared come next fire season. It has a 50-50 cost-sharing program that helps homeowners have this type of work done to their homes. If you'd like to learn more about ways to protect your home from wildfires, head over to KXLY.com. Reporting in Spokane County, Bronte Sorotsky, 4 News Now.
Seeing some heavier rain right now from Ritzville up through Sprague, and just starting to see very light sprinkles around Spokane and Coeur d'Alene. It's going to be a wet Tuesday with a high of 40.
Yeah, like you said, if you're not seeing that rain already, you will be very soon.
Yes, you will. Let the dog in.
All right, Chris, thank you so much. And Alex, we're coming off, got to call it the biggest win of the season for the Seahawks, right? To get back to 7-7 and kind of save playoff hopes.
Yeah, this is the biggest opponent that they've beaten all year. You know, it couldn't have come at a better time, you know, keeping their playoff hopes alive here. Maybe a lot of confidence because, you know, confidence is a dangerous thing. It can go each way, you know.
All right, more on the Seahawks and more on that rain that's coming on Nightside starting at 11 o'clock. We'll see you then.